The White House is defending Chief of Staff Susie Wiles after her interviews with Vanity Fair painted an unflattering view of the Trump administration. Now, in the interviews, Wiles says President Trump has a, quote, alcoholic's personality. She calls Vice President J.D. Vance a, quote, conspiracy theorist and criticizes other members of Trump's inner circle like Elon Musk and Attorney General Pam Bondi. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand joins us from the White House with more on this. Good morning, Natalie. That was just a sampling, but what were the main takeaways from this extensive article, and how is the administration responding?
Well, the White House and the Chief of Staff herself, Susie Wiles, calls this a hit piece. This Vanity Fair article was based on around 11 interviews with Wiles by author Chris Whipple between January and November. And in this article, she appears, Susie Wiles, surprisingly candid and also at times very critical of some people within President Trump's inner circle. For instance, on Elon Musk, she called him an avowed ketamine user, quote, an odd duck, and she admitted that she was initially, quote, aghast at the dismantling of USAID, U.S. Agency for International Development, saying, she's quoted as saying, no rational person could think that USAID process was a good one. Now, according to this article, she also said that Attorney General Pam Bondi completely whiffed on her handling of the Epstein files. And on President Trump and that comment about an alcoholic's personality, she says that that type of personality is exaggerated and that the president operates with a view that there's nothing he cannot do. Now, note, President Trump does not drink, and Wiles has a personal perspective on this. Her own father, sports legend Pat Summerall, struggled with alcoholism himself. Now, Wiles also talked about Vice President J.D. Vance and said that she suggested that his shift from someone who was anti-Trump to a Trump supporter was sort of, quote, political. And she also said that he's been a conspiracy theorist for about a decade. The vice president was asked about this article and that comment specifically while at an event in Pennsylvania yesterday. Take a listen to his response.
But conspiracy theorist, sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true.
Many people in this building spoke with that reporter, and those comments were never included in the story, probably because it didn't push this false narrative of chaos and confusion that the reporter was clearly trying to push.
Now, Wiles on X called the story a disingenuously framed hit piece and said that significant context was disregarded. Much of what she and others said about the team was left out of the story. And President Trump, in a phone call with the New York Post, said that he had not read the article, but said that she was doing a fantastic job. Errol.
All right, and we'll have more analysis of the fallout over this later this hour. Natalie, thank you very much.